Well, finally, I was beginning to think you're trying to avoid me.
Why would I do that? I told you I have a heavy load at work this week.
Yeah, it's not the load I'm talking about.
And me, I've just taken on 2 new clients. I've got a new house to decorate, and my mother's been sick.
Yes, and?
And my best friend's just become a security guard, which means she's snooping more than usual.
I'm not snooping. It's obvious. But look, if you don't want to talk about it...
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm your best friend, Renee, ever since you and Bill broke up.
Please don't say his name. We have been through this. I am moving on.
Well, in extreme cases, if he should come up, what would you like me to call him? The ex? The cop? The creep?
He's not a creep. He's a wonderful guy. Where's the waiter? I need a glass of wine.
Okay.
Well, that's y'all.
So how was your day?
Brutal. I've got a brief from hell to write, and I just can't seem to get started.
I had a hell of a day myself. All done's write bills. Bills, bills, bills. I never see another bill.
Hello, ladies. Sorry it took me so long. My name is Bill. Are you ready to order?
Do you think you could put on something a little happier?
Sure, I can talk to the manager.
Excuse me.
Did I do something wrong?
If we ever come back here, could you change your name to Chuck?
Any day now, I will hear you say goodbye, my love, and you'll be on your way. In my wild, beautiful world, you will have flown. Ain't easy now. I'll be gone alone.
Don't worry, Mr. Martins. You don't have to say a word. I'll handle this.
As you see, Mr. Martins is claiming damages for an injury he sustained prior to his employment with Bonaparte Paint Company.
Judge Miller, my client's previous injuries were aggravated when he was knocked from a loading dock by a crane operated by Bonaparte.
These are the current x-rays and medical reports.
Yes, Your Honor?
Miss Collins, I'm sure your medical experts will want to look at these.
The court should note that Mr. Martin's insurance carrier refuses to approve full medical treatment until this matter has been resolved.
We'll take that into consideration. However, Bonaparte is not preventing Mr. Martins from returning to work if he wants to.
My client's injuries are significant, Miss Collins. To continue to work would further jeopardize his health.
Well, then his state disability will just have to suffice.
Miss Jackson, you'll have the records sent from his previous employer?
Your Honor, I'll have a copy of the foreman's statement sent to you tomorrow.
You're going to need more than that. Judge Miller, it's a pleasure.
My pleasure.
I told you that Greer Collins was a cold fish. What's her batting record?
10-0. Wins all the big defense cases. She could represent the tobacco companies and still win, but she's not bringing this one home.
You know, she is the only female member of the 22 Club. In tight with all the old boys. They voted her in unanimously.
Lakeisha, you have got the skinny on everybody in this town.
To get where I'm going, it's not what you know, but who you know that counts.
What the hell are you doing here?
Miss Jackson,
Yes.
I don't have an appointment, but I would very much appreciate if I could talk to you, just for a few minutes.
I'm sorry, but I have a client.
Please. I'm in dire need of legal counsel.
We can fit you in sometime tomorrow.
I've already seen 24 attorneys. Not one is willing to represent me. Please.
So, what's the problem?
Divorce. My husband wants out of the marriage.
On what grounds?
He's tired of me.
How long have you been married?
25 years.
Any children?
3.
And you say that he's tired of you.
I put my marriage before everything. He just threw me out like an old rag. just walked away. I don't know what to do.
I think I can help you, Mrs.
Hilsabeck? Judge Robert Hilsabeck's wife?
Of 25 years, she has dedicated her life to getting him on the bench.
Renee, do you know what you're doing? You are going up against the most powerful judge in Birmingham. His wife will walk away with the Tudor mansion and big fat alimony checks while you'll be left staring at his angry mug in court for the rest of your life.
Somebody has got to help this poor woman.
There are dozens of poor people out there who need your legal counsel. Go find one of them.
He's just like all men, discarding women like they were a pair of worn-out tennis shoes.
Sounds personal to me, Renee.
It's not personal. I'm just tired of the way they can walk out on us and keep right on going. Somebody's got to put their foot down.
Evening.
Hey, you got something in to do.
Oh, yeah, I jot down an idea now and then.
Well, you'll get plenty of ideas if you hang around here long enough. For instance, Sweet, 250, Galsworthy and Associates, except there's no associates, on account of he shot a man in the neck at a fit of rage 10 years ago. Nobody will work with him. Here, number 326, new tenant. He's a computer programmer. His name is Bill. Real smart. Maybe he can break the jinx in that office. Everyone moves out in less than a month. There's Abby, Suite 410. I call her Little Miss Busy, a saint of a woman. She stays until 10:38 at night, then leaves on the dot.
Why so late?
I'm not sure. Something's going on. After our clients come in, uptight, frowning, come out floating in cloud nine.
Really?
You could write a mystery novel on that one. Well, I'm gonna head down to the garage and jump on my bike. See ya.
Evening.
Good night. Good night now.
Aye.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Maybe we'll get it right this time.
Really, that...
It's not polite to stare at me. Tell those boys over there they're not being polite either. What? They're just gonna take the bus like the rest of us. No, they're not. They're gonna do something bad to that old man. Quit worrying. By now, everybody knows colored people can ride the bus and do everything else you all can. I don't want to take the bus anymore, Renee. Let's walk. It is too hot to walk downtown and too far. And nothing's gonna happen. Come on, here comes the bus now. Excuse me, sir. Colored people don't have to get on the back of the bus anymore. Didn't anyone tell you? The days of being second-class citizens are over.
Well, I never got on from the front before.
Nay, come on. The bus won't wait all day. The bus driver can't stop us. It's the law. Come on. It's okay, really. See? It was easy, wasn't it?
Who said you could get on the front of the bus, boy?
I did.
Well, you and old man here better hustle your butts to the back.
Obviously, you haven't heard about the new Civil Rights Act, passed by the Congress, the Senate, and signed by the President of the United States.
Oh, we got a smart one here, huh? Oh, man, I told you, get back.
Don't hit him with that. Leave him alone.
Oh, we were going nigga knocking on the other side of town, but this here was just...
Do something! Help!
Why do we all call the police on you?
Renee, what happened?
Are you girls okay?
Nobody would stop them.
Who? What happened?
You this girl's father?
Yes, I'm James Jackson.
Seems that there was a riot on the city bus on account of your daughter and a Mr. Satisfield Capers.
It wasn't a riot. Those boys stomped on Renee and Mr. Capers just because they're colored.
Well, who's Mr. Capers?
An old colored man in serious condition. Now, I have several witnesses here who say that he tried to get two white youth, to move. He could sit up front. Says here he was ranting and raving about his rights. Well, speak up, girl. Come on. Girl, I need to know word for word what happened so I can get to the bottom of this ruckus.
She said that the Civil Rights Act was passed. She said
Mary
that
Elizabeth, Renee can speak for herself. Renee?
Speak up, girl.
Answer the officer, Renee.
Time is passing. I don't have all day.
You were great, you know? Wonderful.
Oh, like Tiger.
Oh, you were fantastic. I couldn't believe the moves.
$10:38. Shoot.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Are you disabled?
No, ma'am.
This stall is for handicapped only.
I know that. I
You
understand
know, we
that.
have rights too.
Yes, I didn't
People
think.
park in our spaces, walk down our ramps, use our restroom.
Yes, ma'am. I've never done this before in my life.
Please move. I have to go.
Sorry.
You just don't know how hard it is. And you didn't even flush.
Can a person get sued for using a handicap stall in the bathroom?
Why?
I really upset this poor woman in a wheelchair, and she screamed at me like I was Satan.
What'd you do?
I used the wrong stall.
And?
And I am not a handicapped person, Renee. I took advantage of this poor disabled woman in a wheelchair who can't even walk.
Oh.
Oh. Are you all right, Renee? You're not still working on that same brief, are you?
So what if I am? I'm just trying to get it right, okay? So I wish you'd just shut up already.
Would you like to go out and get a drink after I finish work?
No, not tonight. I'm pooped.
Are you sure you don't want some company?
After I leave here, I'm going straight to bed. Good night.
Night.
You wanted memories. He just wanted fun.
Hello, buddy.
Let me tell you, sister.
You have no new messages.
So cry your tears of sorrow, sorrow, sorrow. Praying the day is coming, and he'll be here tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. There is peace in knowing, like the birds in the trees learn to fly away. You must learn to love yourself. Just start today.
Oh.
The fitting was loose. You should let this air out for a couple days. Didn't you get an inspection before you bought the place?
Yeah, I did, but I just thought that there'd be someone here to help with the repairs.
Well, you have someone. Me. Anything goes wrong around here, you know you can just call me.
Thank you, Collier.
Renee, what's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just so lucky to have wonderful friends and family.
And a beautiful new house?
Yep. All I need now is someone to share it with.
Well, you'll find a guy. Just the right guy for you. But what you have to do now is you have to get out there and live life. So that when the right guy sees you, you've got that old Renee Jackson bop in your step.
Thank you, Collier. For fixing the pipes and the free counseling session.
Free? Huh. How do you think I make my spending money? Oh, I'm a contractor, but make my really big bucks counseling. Yeah, you have such a great place here. Why don't you throw a party? Invite all your friends, blow it out.
There's an idea. What do I owe you?
Not a penny.
Oh, come on, you've earned this.
No, you put that away. We're not a charity case. Don't even think about a bill.
We are all adults here. We ought to be able to come to some satisfactory agreement without a whole lot of fuss.
If our intention is for both parties to be treated equitably, I agree, Counselor. But the alimony that you've offered is inadequate given the standard of living that my client's been accustomed to.
Holly, we went all through this.
$2,000 a month is insufficient for her to pay rent and expenses, since the judge is proposing that he keep their family home here in Birmingham and their vacation property in Lake Tahoe.
Well, that amount is offset by a lump sum payment of $60,000 in cash.
And the removal of Mrs. Hilzebeck as the beneficiary of her husband's retirement and life insurance policies.
She gets to keep half the furniture and the car.
And what good will half the furniture of a 12-room Tudor mansion do if she can't even afford a studio apartment?
Miss Jackson, what you think is good for my wife may not be in accordance with her interpretation.
It's not case law we're interpreting. It's a simple financial equation. Your wife is entitled to an equitable portion of all of your income and assets based on the fair market value of her contribution to your 25-year marriage.
Our offer is based on the judge's current salary, which is a matter of public record.
Then we'll have to hire a forensic accountant and proceed from there.
My God, Holly, is this what you want? Now, we've been all through this. Are you going to go back on your word?
I'm sorry, but I'm advising my client not to discuss this any further.
Excuse me, but this is between me and my wife. Holly, what do you have to say?
Well, she didn't say a word all last night or this morning. What are we gonna do?
Don't worry. I can get her to talk. Hey there, Chatterbox. How you doing? I see you haven't lost your appetite. I've got an idea. Why don't we go out to dinner tonight? Where should we go? You pick.
Well, how about the Bright Star? You love that coconut cream pie. Oh, come on, baby. Say something.
Tell Daddy what happened. You know I'll try to make it better for you.
Renee, you're famous. Did you read the article in the paper today? It says there was a riot on the downtown bus. An old man was hurt real bad. He was 78 years old, Renee. It says an 11-year-old girl, that's you, started the riot by giving a speech about the Civil Rights Act. I think that we should write a letter to the editor, tell him what really happened. Well, what should we say? Renee? What's wrong? Why don't you say something? I'm not going to talk for the rest of my life.
For the rest of my life, I will never again abuse the rights of the handicapped. Hey.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
Want to get a drink?
Oh, yeah, I'll be done in a minute. You look worried. You still bummed out about you-know-who?
Oh, go ahead. Say his name. Bill. Bill. The more I try not to think about him, the more he keeps popping into my head. I just can't seem to move on.
Yeah, well, why don't you take Collier's advice and throw yourself a party, you know, kind of a starting over celebration.
You think?
Yeah, why not try it?
You know, that is a great idea. A party. That'll be fun. Friends, food.
Here she is. She's coming. She's coming. I'm gonna go down there, and as soon as she rolls out of that elevator, I'm gonna drop to my knees and throw myself at her poor little crippled feet and beg for forgiveness. Wish me luck. Where did she go? She was just in there. I saw it. She was just there. Where did she go? Where is she? What?
Is that her?
Yeah. That's the bitch that made me feel like Slobodan Milosevic.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And she can walk. Little Miss Oh My Life is so hard, cripple wannabe can friggin' walk.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's okay. Perfect.
Tell me that's not who I think it is.
Oh, how do you think she became a member of the 22 Club?
Collins and Hilzebeck with Miller?
Let's just say they both like the navy bean soup. That's the special in the cafeteria every Thursday.
They're having an affair.
Well, it's a standing lunch date. What did Judge Miller call you in for?
Don't know. Maybe he wants to offer me a cup of soup.
Concerning Martins versus Bonaparte Paint, I'm dismissing Mr. Martin's claim.
What? On what grounds?
Based on the facts presented in the Bonaparte motion, I don't believe you can establish damages.
But, Your Honor...
That's a decision from the bench, Counselor. I'll announce it tomorrow. Now, if you don't mind, I've got work to do, and you have a far more pressing case to consider.
Judge Hilzebeck, what you and your friends are doing does not intimidate me.
Miss Jackson, if you are laying in wait, I'm intimidated.
By getting Judge Miller to dismiss the Martins case does not mean that you're going to pressure me into backing off your wife's case.
I don't know anything about the Martins case. I don't even know who that is.
Mr. Martins is a permanently disabled man with 3 children to feed.
Miss Jackson, are you suggesting my professional ethics are in question here?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm asking you to get Judge Miller to reconsider his decision.
And why don't you make a motion pursuant to the court rules, and perhaps he'll take it under advisement. Excuse me.
That's it. Hold it right there. You. Get out of that chair. What? You heard me. The jig is up.
Excuse me, I don't know what you're talking about.
Cut the crap, lady. If you want to get on that elevator, and you'll just have to walk.
You let go. Somebody call the police.
I am the police.
Somebody help me.
I'll help you, you big old phony.
Oh, I'll have your job.
Oh, I'm so scared. Why don't you get up out of that chair and punch me, huh? I'll tell you what, if you get panicked in there, just push the handicap button.
After reviewing your second offer, it's clear we're still at square one.
Counsel, we made increases on every significant point that we discussed.
That was prior to this forensic accounting. You'll note that it discloses assets that Judge Hilzebeck has hidden in an attempt to shortchange my client. According to that account, the judge is worth 5 times the amount he claims.
What accounting firm came up with this garbage?
By my calculations, Mrs. Hilzebeck is entitled to roughly 1/2 that amount.
That is totally unacceptable. Now, my wife did nothing to earn this money. All she did was sit home, reading Star magazine and fixing pasta. Let's get out of here.
I cook dinner for you every night.
Come on.
Excuse me, but my client has something to say. Speak up, Holly.
I stayed home because you wanted me to. I wanted a job. But you said my job was taking care of you in the house.
This is totally irrelevant.
I don't think so. In establishing the fair market value for Mrs. Hilzebeck's contribution to your marriage, I think it's extremely relevant. Go on, Holly.
I sold office supplies so that you could go to law school, you know.
I paid you back 10 times when I passed the bar on what you spent on shoes alone.
You told me to buy expensive clothes. You said that we had to climb the social ladder.
Fat chance of that you never threw a decent dinner party.
Nobody would want to spend an evening with you telling the same 3 jokes over and over.
Please.
What?
Could we talk when calmer minds prevail?
Gentlemen, here are our new demands.
I'll be in touch.
Ms. Jackson, I think you've been putting words in my wife's mouth.
Judge, I think you totally overestimate my influence. I haven't said a word.
Open. Your child is not sick, at least physically.
I think we should stop babying her. Tell her she better cut this out or else.
James.
Now, look here, Renee, enough is enough. I know what happened scared you. Yes, speaking out can get you in trouble sometimes. You just have to learn when it's safe to say something and when it's not. There are no rules. The only way you can learn is by talking, so you're gonna have to get your voice back, and you better do it right now. Right now, Renee.
Oh, baby, please, say something. For me?
She should be here any minute. I'll stand here, you get behind that tree. Wait for me to give you the hot sun. Hey, Renee! She said something! We did it! The spell is broken! Go on, Renee, say something else. You can talk now. Didn't you hear yourself? I know, let's tickle her. See, I knew you could talk. You just don't want to. Why? You can tell us.
You know, it must be tough being colored.
I'm telling you, I didn't know I could be so tough. It was the rush of my life getting up in that phony gimp's face. I'm telling you, I can't wait till Monday.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna march right there into her office and bust her.
Not sure that's such a good idea, Mary Elizabeth. You know what's going on in there.
Hey, gym bags full of body parts, drugs, Swiss bank accounts, whatever she's got, she's going down. I may forget this writing thing altogether. Enroll in the police academy. Where is Renee?
Where's the party?
Where have you guys been? I was beginning to think you weren't going to show up. I did my first party and nobody shows up.
Oh, relax, honey. It's early.
Maybe everybody's trying to be fashionably late.
Maybe this is just a stupid idea.
Maybe I should go get an hors d'oeuvre.
I can't believe I let you talk me into giving this damn party.
You wanted to have a housewarming. You wanted to celebrate your new life.
I wanted to meet men, but everybody here is a couple.
Well, why didn't you invite any single men?
I did. They all brought dates. Couples riding around in cars together, laughing at each other's jokes. They're not even that funny most of the time. They're just laughing because they're not single.
Everybody who's here is here because they want to be with you.
Well, I don't want to be with you. I'm gonna ask him to dance.
Renee, don't do that. Come here, dance with me. Come on, dance with me. Come on. All right, honey. Go, girl.
Look at it go, Shug.
All she needed was to get her mind off her problems. Renee? Renee? What are you doing?
Well, it goes somewhere.
Not with your blood alcohol level.
It's my car.
You're drunk.
Don't get drunk.
Give me the keys. I'll drive. Where are we going?
See Bill.
Count me out.
I'll take a taxi.
Renee! I cannot believe that we are sitting out here in front of your ex-boyfriend's house. It's like high school, Renee.
Ex-fiancé. I didn't have a fiancé in high school. I just have one thing to say to him.
What? What one thing is so important that it can't wait till tomorrow when you're not drunk?
I'm not drunk.
You are too. Your eyes look like beets.
How does my hair look?
Fine. Poof it up a little bit in back there, though. I'm gonna give you exactly 1 minute to get in there and get off your chest whatever it is and get back here.
Okay, you bastard. Ugh. Bill? Bill, honey? I know you're in there. Come on out. What are you so afraid of? I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want to... Oh. Huh?
Miss, I'll get that.
Who are you?
Your new maid. You hired me last night. At your party, I came with a catering company. Great party. What a mess. Oh, it's all cleaned up now.
Did I hire you just for today?
No, ma'am, I'm full-time, with benefits.
What else don't I remember?
You know that mess she was talking about? You made it.
Oh, no. I didn't vomit.
All over your oriental carpet and all over Bill's hydrangeas.
Oh, Emmy, why did you let me go over there?
You know, it seems to me from what I saw last night that you still have a lot of pent-up anger against you-know-who that you have not expressed. I think that you should write a letter and just get it all out, you know? Just come on, this is your chance to let him know exactly how you feel. How shall we start this? Let's see. Dear creep, dear loser, dear jerk, dear...
You great, big, stupid coward. How can you say you love me and then just give up? I know 3-year-olds with more guts than you have.
Great line.
You
Keep
don't
going
need
now.
a wife. You need a babysitter. Grow up, you wimp.
Fantastic. Here, dress this.
Emmy. Emmy, we can't send this.
Of course you can.
No, we can't.
Put the zip on there.
Emmy, we can't. What?
Your client is here.
Oh, no. I've canceled all my clients for today.
Sorry for barging in, but I feel like $1,000,000, and thanks to you, I'm gonna have them.
I hope so, Holly, but we haven't seen your husband's counteroffer yet.
After the tongue lashing I gave him yesterday, we won't have a problem.
Thank you, Lakeisha.
I went to the courthouse and found him in the cafeteria eating soup with some gorgeous young thing. By the time I finished with him, he was wearing that soup, ham bone and all.
Holly, you didn't.
Oh, and you're not going to believe what else I've done. I've joined a women's group. I'm taking Taekwondo. And I haven't cooked a meal in over a week. Oh, it's so liberating when your life doesn't revolve around a man.
Sounds like you have a new life.
Oh, I just can't believe all the years I spent too scared to say what I was really thinking. You know, this divorce is the best thing that could have happened to me.
Well, you certainly are a different woman.
And you are my role model, Miss Jackson. I just want to say thank you.
All right, baby. Time for the big bust. Security coming in.
And promenade, promenade. Let me out. Good. Bring me back. Nice.
Is that right?
Oh my God, it's you. You're that crazy guard. Keep away. Allie? Abby? What's wrong? She's the one. That maniac guard I was telling you about. What do you want?
I'm just trying to do my job, ma'am. Just trying to figure out what's going on here. You have to admit it's pretty weird. People in trench coats and bags, and you too.
It's not weird, really. Abby, my twin, is an accountant here by day. I teach the tango at night. We can't afford 2 rents. The landlord would kick us out if he knew.
Twins. Twins. And you're not, and you're violating your lease agreement, and you wouldn't want me to say anything about that.
I'm sure you wouldn't want me to say anything about the fact that you terrorized me and pushed my wheelchair into an elevator.
Oh, absolutely not. Could I just use your phone?
This sure beats watching TV. Maybe the sexiest security guard I ever did see.
So my nightstick, or you just glad to see me?
What do you think?
Dip me, baby.
I'll dip you, anything but turn you loose.
So they danced and twirled the night away. When it was midnight, Betsy Valiant took off her silver shoes, picked up her big black bag full of money, and walked down the road. She never went back. I liked it. I'll write you another story tomorrow. See, there's lots of things we can do together, even if you are dumb. Yes, you are, Renee. That's what they call people who can't talk. If you can't hear, you're deaf. If you can't talk, you're dumb. Fine. Be like that. See if I care. I'll never talk to you again. Renee, watch out! What'd you say? Hi, Mr. Capers. Don't mind if I sit? If you don't want to talk to me, I understand. I didn't say anything for over a week. First, I was scared I'd say the wrong thing. Then I just got scared nothing would come out, so I didn't try. I just wanted to say I'm really, really sorry about what happened.
Come along, Renee.
Hi, Mr. Capers.
You okay?
Yes, Daddy.
Come on out in the sunshine, baby. Come on out and trust yourself. Come on out.
there's something I need to tell you before we get started.
Holly, I think we should discuss these papers before your husband arrives.
Well, it's about those papers. I've changed my mind.
About what?
Well, when Bobby saw the new me...
Bobby?
My husband?
Judge Hilzebeck.
Oh, well, to you, but to me, he'll always be my Bobby. Anyway, he realized that he was still in love with me.
Don't you think his change of heart may have had something to do with his checkbook? But, Holly, you have a chance of being really happy, finding yourself. Unless things change, your marriage will go right back to being status quo.
The judge is here.
Holly, I just let go of my attorney. You should do the same thing.
Oh, yes, dear. I was just explaining to Miss
You don't owe
Jackson.
her any explanations now. Come on.
Oh, well, goodbye. Goodbye, Miss Jackson. Thanks again.
Good luck, Mrs. Hilzebeck. Hope you haven't paid for too many of those Taekwondo classes in advance.
What do you mean?
Nothing. You just send us your bill. It's the only business you two have left to discuss.
You really did change my life.
Same here, I have a feeling.
I'm done for the day, miss.
Rosario, please don't call me that.
Okay, miss. I fixed you nice meatballs. And cleaned your refrigerator.
Thank you.
Oh, and I mailed your letter. You owe me 33 cents.
You what? There's the mail. Lucky for us, Bill works late.
This is a felony, you know? If we get arrested...
Oh, just relax. You're just driving the getaway car. I'm the one who's going to do any real time.
Hurry up.